In this video, you'll see that it's pretty simple and straightforward to call other applications from within your app. From the staff page of the Digitron 4000, we want to access the Contacts application. So let's start by dropping a button view into the layout of the staff page. Like this, down here. Let's say that will be aligned to the right side. Layout gravity I'll set to right. Then right-click on the button, select Edit Text, click on New String. The new string identifier will be called btn_contacts, and the string is launch contacts. Click on OK. This string is now pre-selected. Click on OK again. Now the button reads launch contacts. And then we need a click handler method to be defined. So let's scroll up to onClick and enter on contacts button click. I select this text, right-click on it and copy it. I'll save the file. Later on we want to display contacts here in this area in the list. But for now, layout tasks are done. So I go to staff.java by double-clicking on it. Here underneath the nav button click method, I create a new method, which must be public as well. I paste the name of the method which I have defined. This also expects the view, like that. Now calling the Contacts application is just as simple as calling an activity within my app. So I define an intent. This time I select a different constructor signature. The last time we picked this one. Now we're going to pick this. First parameter action, second parameter URI. Because this time we're just shooting a request out there without knowing which application or component will accept it. So now we need a string for the action. For convenience, these strings are predefined in the intent class as class constants. We want to view the contact, so I pick action_view. Here it is. And then I'll need something of type URI. And this can be seen as some sort of address which I want to access. I can create such a URI with the static method of the URI class, URI.parse. And content-based URIs usually look something like content, : // and for example, contacts people. That's how it was called in Android 1.5 and later. And this sort of forms the signature of the content you want to access. To make the handling of these URIs a little easier, usually the classes in question have their own class constants defined. Like in this case, we look for the contacts class, which was in earlier versions of Android a class of its own, but now is an internal class of the contacts contract class we see here. So don't pick this one, pick this one, click on it, accept it. Now this class has been imported. Dot content URI. Now the rest is easy. Start activity, intent. Now to recapitulate, this means that I'm preparing an intent, which basically says, I want to view contacts. I don't know which component will handle this. I'm just throwing it out there. So whoever feels obliged to satisfy my request, go ahead and do it. But since the Contacts application is outside of our application, we'll have to make sure that we're allowed to do this. So open the Android manifest.xml and make sure that there's a permission android.permission.readContacts, which is already defined here. With that now everything is in place. The permission, the layout, and the code. And now we can try it out. You can run DT4000, choose the emulator, click OK. Let's have a look. There it is. Let's go to Staff, click on Launch Contacts. And now this opens the Contacts application. The interesting thing is that this call isn't bound to this specific Contacts application. If you have several applications that can handle such requests, Android prompts you to select the application you want to use. This makes Android pretty flexible. So you have great choice at hand for various applications to fulfill your needs and to satisfy your requests. And that really makes it possible for you to start out small, use components outside of your application for the functionality you want, and later on, you can write your own implementations. Pretty slick, isn't it?